Hello, testing audio.
Hello.
Oopsies. Hi, Latna.
Hi, Christy. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Can I
We are
ask?
live, so I'm gonna go ahead and move you to the Spanish channel if that's okay.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Hey, Latna, just doing an audio test on the Spanish channel. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, it's a decent volume.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm pretty nosy, maybe I'll.
Hi, Les. We are live, but I see you in the English channel. Just wanted to let you know before the meeting starts.
I guess they got another channel on there.
I can hear you, Director Hodges.
Oh,
Perfect.
Better be good.
boy, I was whispering. Christie,
Yes.
at roll call, should I do
Yes.
the, what would you call that?
About him being,
Yes,
Well,
please
right.
read the statement.
Make the statement before I say here, or,
You can say here, and then right after that, just say for the record, I'm attending
okay. So-
virtually. Yeah, perfect.
Check the door.
There's only two reasons people come to our meetings.
you know what today is?
Who's-
Dr. Seuss.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
She starts barking. Hit the mute button. She was hanging out.
Here, no, I'm fixed.
Test.
I will call this meeting to order. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hayward Area Recreation and Park District Board of Directors meeting. So our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. And if you'll join me, our flag is over there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. And that takes us to the roll call.
Director Andrade,
Here.
Director Hodges,
Here, and for the record, I'm participating remotely today due to a recent medical procedure.
thank you.
Mhm.
Director Rosen,
Here.
Director Hatcher,
Here.
President Lamnon,
Here.
thank you.
All right, we are in full force, which is fabulous. All right, we did not have a closed session that was tabled, and our first next business is the introduction of CAC members.
Good evening, President Lamnon and Honorable Board of Directors. My name is Adrienne Lee, Director of Recreation, Arts, and Community Services. I'm here tonight to introduce our two new Citizens Advisory Committee members, Gary Bookout and Vanessa Rhodes. Just a little bit about them both, and then I'll invite you up to the podium if you'd like to say a couple of words. Gary Bookout is a longtime educator. He's also very involved in our aquatics program and is an active member of our water aerobics program. Vanessa Rhodes is a mother of two young children who use our programs. She's also active with on the Eden Mac Advisory Committee. Fairview MAC, and participates in her local PTA, and both of them will be new members for our CAC. If you'd like to come up, I can turn the microphone on, and if you want to just say a couple words about yourself or introduce yourself, but you do not have to. There you go. Okay.
Hello, hello. I'm gonna rock around the clock tonight. Yeah, cool. Hey, our name is Up in Lights. I don't know how active I've been into water aquatics, but I do have respect for Tom, and he asked me to do this. I'm retired now, have time on my hands and the limited time I have left, and thought I might serve. I have been involved in Hayward politics before, with respect to trying to, with C minus success in getting more trash cans around in certain neighborhoods. It is my opinion that in the classy areas, for example, like downtown and Hayward City Hall, they have first access to the resources, and I'm still bitter about it, but never mind. And Sarah, I don't know if you remember this, but you and I danced for maybe 6 seconds on one of the street fairs, and she moved pretty nicely. So that's myself, and I have no idea what I might be doing, but if I can serve, why not? Okay. Vanessa, this is my dear friend that I've known for about 7 minutes, Vanessa. So
Thanks for the introduction.
I don't know how I follow that. Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to this role. I appreciate the introduction from Adrian. In addition, I just want to share that I am heavily involved in the labor community. I currently work with California Teachers Association. I've also done a lot of political work in the area. I'm currently working with Assemblymember Liz Ortega. And also wanted to share that I do teach at Laney Community College. So I am not retired. I also have two small children, as suggested, 7 and 9, and they're at Proctor University, at Proctor Elementary. And I am unclear exactly as to this role, but I'm excited about it, and I'm very interested in bringing a voice of fair-viewed issues to the Hayward Board. Thank you.
Thank you both for volunteering to give oversight and insight into our programs and and you have a gift to kick off your service as in your role as kind of providing community voice into the planning and opportunities that we provide as a district. So thank you both for volunteering, and we give you a round of applause. And cheers to you. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Adrian Lee Bird again, Director of Recreation, Arts and Community Services. Next, we'll have a update from the Sun Gallery representatives. They're going to speak about their past year and upcoming highlights, as well as some of the impact their services have to the community.
Hello. Darcy should come up and stand by me too. Hi, my name is Carl Gorringe. I'm on the board and treasurer at the Sun Gallery. And this is Darcy here, president of the board at the Sun Gallery. Okay. I try this. Yep. All right. I'm going to go through this really fast because it's actually part of our annual board meeting slides, and I cut some, but it's still long, so I'm just going to go through it fast. Okay. This is our past year in the Sun Gallery last year. There was a recall the board, and we came in as a new board in 2020, end of 2024, and so this was our board last year. We've had some difficulty last year because ever since end of last year, the city of Hayward cut our fundings, and that was a significant blow for us. So we've had to rely on volunteers a lot this past year, unfortunately, because we didn't have money to pay full staff as we usually do. But we did accomplish a lot. We've had lots of art shows and events ever since December 2024. So these are just lists of some of the things that we did. We had our 60th anniversary of this Sun Gallery organization, and we had a member show. One of our artists, Andrew Cognite, had a show. We had we had some new work done on our front yard with help from the Eden Gardens Club, which was a lot of help. If you ever, yeah, I'm sure you've driven by it since it's just down the street. If you've noticed the new yard in front. Here's some photos, some of our events. We participated in Leprechaun, and this was the tree planting. 100K trees also helped plant some trees in front. More art shows and events during. We also was out in the community as well during the Hayward Night Market, and did a fundraiser in the park at the Concert in the Park series at the Memorial Park near the Hayward Plunge as well. We also had a climate art exhibit in August, September, October, and also our art exhibit also moved over to the Hayward City Hall Gallery as well. we've had some classes, not as many as we'd like, but we've had some figure drawing classes, and we're still looking for more teachers and workshops, including some improvements to the facilities other than the yard work. And Hard helped us remove a tree in a parking lot. Thank you. Did some repainting and some work on the facilities. We had to update some policy documents. Really a requirement from the city. We got some news as well in Tri-City Voice and Hayward Herald. This is our monthly expenses for next year, not including rent. Thank you for your help with our rent because we really needed it. But we're still going to have an increase in our expenses next year. This is not including our maintenance, supplies, or paid staff. So this is just utilities and mostly. And of course, we thank our volunteers. If we didn't have our volunteers, we wouldn't exist or have anything going on. So we do pay our teachers for the field trips and our art camp that we have during the summer. And we did get help from Cal State East Bay with paid interns. That being said, me and Dorsey have been doing a lot of volunteer hours this past year, basically doing all the admin work for free. So I don't know how sustainable this is going to be for long term. We can certainly use some help as well. Income includes school field trips and school visits. The schools will send students to us. We're hoping to increase that this year. You know, it's just a modest number last year, but we're actually increasing it this year with a lot of help from our friends. We have we're going to double our summer art camp. We had 4 weeks last summer. We're hoping to double to 8 weeks this summer. We're looking for other sources of income, including sometimes renting out the space just for people to use. And we just make some sales income, not a whole lot though. We did have 85 members last year, and we're trying to increase our membership dues to include a new monthly recurring or sustaining monthly membership model in order to help pay for the utility expenses. We're currently about a third, or 38% of our goal on that. We did the Concert in the Park fundraiser, as you all know about, with the help of the Oddfellows last August, which we'll likely do again. Grants have been really difficult. We haven't really won much last year, other than we had a little bit of funding at the end of the prior year from City of Hayward, but of course we're not getting any more of that. But we are going to get some grant money this year, and we've got some lower amounts that are coming in. We did raise, we're doing also more fundraising. We had some help from our ex-director, Valerie Caviglia. It's been a lot of help. This has been helping to fund our current show called the Children's Book Illustrator Show, which is going to be available. It's going to be launched in a couple of weeks. We're also going to have, I don't have everything on here, but we're going to plan on doing another members gallery show, another climate show, and our second Art Meets Tech show, which we did first at our Makerspace grand opening in August of 2023. So right now we're at Children's Book Illustrator Show, the next show, March 13th through May 23rd. We have postcards to hand to you. And Dorsey, did you want to hand them out?
Yes, can I?
Okay. Maybe you can just like hand them all and then you can pass them down. Or, yeah. Our reception for the show will be on Saturday, March 21st at 12 to 3. And after Dorsey's finished handing it out, she'll come back over here and tell you more about the show and our plans this year. All right, here's Dorsey.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be here again. Thanks for inviting us back.
And I don't have a presentation, and I just gave my piece of paper away that had information on it, so I'll rely on my brain. Okay. So I'm going to present the second part, which I'm super excited about, which is, first of all, I want to say thank you for all your support. And I want to thank all the community, because without you, we wouldn't be able to be there. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. And what we're doing right now is pretty profound in so many ways. Our show, the 35th annual Children's Book Illustrator Show, starts next Friday. So it's all hands on deck right now. And we've got a full show. And among that show, we're also going to have our Dreamers exhibit up, which was a permanent piece that was given to us by Peter and Maureen Langenbach. And this was done several years ago. And we have several people, including mayors and some of you guys and Cal State interns and students and community, that have signed that installation. And what I'm really excited about this year is that over 80% of the books are bilingual. So, and they're not just Spanish bilingual, they're also, we just got like 10 Chinese bilingual books today. So it's super exciting to really see our illustrators, authors, creators coming back out and stepping out to be part of this exhibit. And we're very excited about that. And I'm so excited about the fact that the Dreamers installation will actually be installed by 2 Dreamers. And one of them is a Cal State intern that's going to be working with the Sun Gallery through their intern program. And she'll be helping install that this week. And we also have a elementary school teacher who is a maker who will be helping her. So he is also a dreamer. So it's like the whole thing has come full circle. Julianne, that's on here, she was a catalyst for the project that we're now doing, which is called Many Hands, One Masterpiece. And it's an initiative and a pilot program to show what can happen when things are at their lowest and you feel like, you know, you're out of options. Valerie Cavaglia was the first one who called me back in, I think it was October, and said, "Did you hear?" And I'm like, "Hear what?" And she's like, "Well, the city of Hayward is not going to be doing any funding, their normal community agency general funding." So it was a big blow because that's a major part of our income. And it helps with operations. So it was like a really like, oh no, kind of, you know, hit. And she says, "But we're going to do something. We're going to do something." So what we did is we turn around, we worked together, we did a spot fund me. Valerie started it. And she's on the Hayward Education Foundation. And together with them and the Sun Gallery, we worked it out so that we actually now, at this point, after several months of working on this, have almost 1,000 kids coming from the Hayward School District. Field trips to the Sun Gallery for the show, 19 classes. Their buses will be paid for. Their classes will be paid for, their field trips, and their Title I students. So this is our community. These are the kids that we probably never have access to be able to come to a show like this and be part of it. So we hope that this will be our model for the rest of the year. Is what we plan on doing, is working together. Julianne Kanzaki, who is one of the illustrators, she came to the gallery several decades ago, and she was one of the first illustrators to apply, and she's now a dietitian, an illustrator. And she said it was the Sun Gallery field trips that caused her to change her life goals, which was to go into art and also dietitian. So she's got this wonderful book I hope you come down and see it. It's amazing. It's like she uses food and fun to make it fun to learn how to be healthy. And so she's going to be there at the artist reception. And we hope that other nonprofits and other community organizations can use this model, this pilot program, and also use it for themselves to know that if you reach back out to your community and you get back involved, you can make amazing things happen. So you guys are what helped make this happen. So I really we're very grateful for everything that you've done for the Sen Gallery and for us. And we hope to keep going another 60 years.
Thank you so much.
Anybody have questions or
We'll
about
find
the
out.
initiative or?
I'm going to ask that question.
Huh?
I said, I'll ask that question if
Okay.
anybody has questions. But thank you both so much
Thank
for
you.
being here and sharing your information. And I'm going to go first to Director Hodges because he specifically asked for this item. So,
Okay.
Director Hodges, did you have any specific questions or comments?
No, I'm just glad to see that we got a new group in there that is excited about working with the kids of Hayward. So can't wait to come knock on your door.
Thanks, Mr. Hodges.
Thank you. Anything from my colleagues? No? Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
appreciate the update. Thank you for, bringing some color to the community and I'm sure there will be more conversations in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And of course, our CAC members are welcome to stay, but we also understand that you have lives. So thank you. We'll see you again soon. I didn't really get to the other part of that, but it'll happen anyway. All right. Thank you both. And now we turn to our public comment section. This is the section for items that are not on our agenda. Do we have any public comments?
We do not have anyone online for public comment.
Okay, thank you. And I don't see that we have anybody here for public comment. So we will move on to our consent item. That is items 9.1 through 9.4. Are there any, anybody want to pull an item or comment on an item? Seeing none, I will, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to clarify. So even though I wasn't here, I'm still allowed to approve the minutes for that meeting. I just
Yeah.
want to, that's more for the public consider, right?
Yes,
Right.
that's correct. Okay, so I'll
Move consent.
thank you. Do I have a second? Okay, thank you. Moved by Director Hatcher and seconded by Director Andrade. And on the item. Okay. And do we have the vote?
For some reason, it did not pop up on your screens, but the vote was unanimous, 5-0.
Okay, thank you very much. So we'll move on to unfinished business. This is a contract amendment with Cal State Construction for the Hayward Plunge. Who's got this one? Okay.
Good evening, Board of Directors, Honorable President Lamnin. Thank you for having me tonight. Tonight, the board is being asked to authorize the general manager to approve a change order with Cal State Construction in the amount of $404,665, bringing the total construction contract to $3,871,011. As you know, we shut the plunge down for renovation, and staff took the opportunity to closely evaluate the existing equipment, the pool pumps, the heaters, the filters, and related equipment. That review confirmed that much of the equipment is significantly deteriorated. Several components are either not operational or have reached the end of their service life. While Howard Facilities staff have kept the systems running through substantial
Mucho del
maintenance
personal de
efforts.
las facilidades han mantenido esta
Sorry,
operativa
Liz, you're on the
operante.
wrong channel.
While Howard Facilities staff have kept the systems running through substantial maintenance efforts, the equipment is not expected to work when the facility is restarted. Replacing this equipment now will help ensure safe, dependable, and cost-effective operations when the plunge reopens. Addressing it during construction also avoids the risk of early failure and additional disruption later. This change order is outside of and will not reduce the remaining construction contingency and would be subject to the general manager's approval. So staff recommends that the board of directors by motion authorize the general manager to approve this contract change with Cal State Construction, the increase of $404,665 for the Hayward Plunge renovation project. Hey, thank you. Are there questions? Yeah, Director Rose.
I have a quick question. So this is not going to slow down the completion of the Hayward Plunge project at all, is it?
No.
And these materials are readily available. There's no like
Supply chain problems?
Yes.
No.
Okay, that was it.
Nothing could slow this down. That's why I just confirming.
Absolutely. All right, yes. Director Hatch.
You know, I look at the little detail in the invoice and I just get a clarity in one of the sections that has section E called markup 10%. Is that contingency?
No.
That isn't? That's just
The operation, the general conditions and requirements of the contract ask a lot of the contractors under the terms of their contract. And so they're allowed the administrative and regulatory expenses that come with that.
got it. So, all right. Thanks for the clarity.
So it's kind of their admin fee for managing-ish.
We will be feeling.
We will definitely be peeling another old onion.
Yeah.
So I think 10% markup, any contingencies with a project, the current scope. When you are done, I would like to be able to say something, please.
Absolutely. Director Andrade?
Yeah, I just have to ask the obvious question. When we originally bid the project, the equipment wasn't evaluated then, or?
Yeah, let me
But
let
you-
the general manager talk to that.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold on, let me get my written statement. This whole project was an attempt to upgrade safety and structure. Funding was limited versus what we could have spent, which could be an endless amount of money on this 90-year-old facility. This could have been included in the original, but I think if you recall, when we realized we need to do this work, we're juggling with like a very, very large park project that's starting on the hill down in South Hayward. And so we didn't really want to commit more than we had to, but we knew this was going to be like peeling an old onion. I will be honest with you, from the photos I've seen and what I've witnessed, I'm so impressed by the way they have got this little chunk out or fixed that little thing. They're doing a really, really good job with Diana as a project manager, construction manager. They're doing a really good job of addressing things. Like I said, this $5 million project that started out, we were going to spend a couple million on the plunge, and we started looking at drainage and decks and lights and structure and calcified concrete and shoring up pump rooms. We just didn't think we were going to go that deep into the pump room. By the time we got through it and the contractor was doing so good, we looked at it all and said, you know what, it would be completely, I don't know if I'd say irresponsible, but it would not be a smart move to do all this work and just not replace those systems. And if you recall, recently we replaced the Sunset Pool system, the Arroyo Pool system, and before I got here, the Castro Valley Pool system. Those are all going to last 20 to 25 years. Barring some catastrophic regional event that makes the plunge not work right, this is an investment that I believe that we're going to get another 20, 30 years out of a 90-year-old pool through this work. So yeah, we didn't anticipate diving into that room. We didn't anticipate a fire inspection and having to dive into all the chemical rooms and all. But we knew that this thing for literally 40 years, and I will say baling wire and duct tape, and I won't probably be exaggerating. in this particular case. They pass?
Thank you.
Perfect. And just to sort of refresh my memory, we recently dug into all of our Measure F1 funds and identified that we had funding that we could add to this project. Is that correct?
We did, and we have, if we end up using the entire 20% that the board approved, when you approved the contract, we may have to come back for some supplemental funding, but at this point, we're not there at this point yet. There's still contingency left.
It's still project budget, even though it's not contingency monies. Sort of.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or? Okay, then I will move. And there's nothing online?
There is no one online for public comment.
And I'm not seeing anyone in public. So, Director Rosen?
I would like to move this forward, please.
Thank you. A motion, do I have a second? Go ahead, Director Hodges.
I would like to second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, we'll go to the vote.
Carlin, Darcy, I appreciate you being here. If you really aren't interested in some of the people not offended. I have to tell that. Yeah. Appreciate it. It's still awkward. We'd like to read it if you walk out.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about this. Thank you guys for coming.
Have a good night. And
So, motion carries unanimously 5-0.
thank you very much. All right, keep going on the plunge. All right, that brings us to the Greenbelt Trails signage.
I would like to introduce Haiping Mo from the Capital Planning Division, but I also want to say that the reason we did not put this acceptance of a project on consent is because I really wanted you to see some of these pictures, like on the big screen.
Okay, good evening, Board of Directors. I would like to ask your approval for acceptance of the Greenbelt Trail signage project. The Greenbelt Trail signage project installed new trail information sign with trail map, trail markers, and trail rule at each trailhead in the Greenbelt Trail system. And the funding is provided under 2020-2025 Capital Improvement Program for the district-wide park signage project. And there are sufficient funds to close out the Greenbelt Trail project. You can see this is before, and the attachment also show the after photos. So talk about a little bit of the approval history. Back in August 2025, the Board of Directors approved a construction contract with Capital Neon LLC for Greenbelt Trail signage project at the amount of $114,643.54. And this amount also includes an allowance of $8,000. At the end, the total final construction cost is $114,622. And so Capital Neon began the work in October 2025 and complete the work in January 2026. And to further enhance the Greenbelt Trails, park and facility maintenance staff help to install mile markers as requested by the board at quarter-mile intervals. Also, they create fallen trees and organize miscellaneous posting at the trailhead. So they help us to complete the trail signage project. And you can see the completion photo in the exhibit. Staff recommend the Board of Directors by motion first adopt the resolution authorizing the general manager to accept completion of the construction contract for the Greenbelt Trail signage project. and authorize the general manager to execute any document necessary to close out the contract. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the work. Okay, anything from my colleagues on this item? Sure. And then I'll come back to you.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, I've been hiking these trails all my life, and it just kind of again pulls us up to the table of just like respecting the people that are on our trails, and so giving them information. It looks good, feels good. The multi-use trail sign yielding to horses, bikers, and walkers. It is missing goats because the guy runs his goat on that trail regularly that I always see on there. It's really fun to see a goat come running down the trail, but you know, it's a little scary, but no, great work, and thanks for pushing this through, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? No? Okay, then I will take a motion on this item.
I will move to accept 12.2.
Okay, thank you. And is there?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Moved by Director Hatcher, seconded by Director Andrade. And yes, I will add my comments that one of the early comments I got in coming on the board was, how do I know how steep this trail is, how long this trail is, what does it connect to, what am I getting into? In addition to all the other benefits of this, it's really is something that the community has asked for, and it's beautifully delivered. So happy to support the motion. And with that, I will call for the vote.
Motion carries unanimously 5-0.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Congratulations to everybody who made that happen. And we shall move on to new business. A challenging one, but understand that it needs to happen. Have a good night. Thanks again.
Thanks, Ann.
All right.
Good evening, Honorable Board. Megan Tiernan, Capital Planning and Development Director. This evening, staff is asking board approval to reject all bids on the Bidwell Park and Community Center project. We did put this project out to bid. It was a very competitive environment. We received 17 bids. And then we subsequently received multiple bid protests from several of the bidders. It was quite a complex process to go through those and evaluate who the apparent low bidder would be. And at the end of that process, there was a minor defect in our specs. And so we are recommending that the board reject all bids so that we can put the project back out for rebid. So there is a section within the documents that declares that the Board of District reserves the right to reject any and all bids and or waive any irregularity in the bids received. So the board has authority to reject all bids at their desire.
Okay. Thank you, Director Andrade.
So the only thing I had was, so we're simplifying the bid, or we went through it, and so it's going to be a slightly different request for, I wouldn't say the bids, I meant the request for proposals have been modified to
We're
avoid
going to
this.
make some slight changes in the first time we put it out, it was a lump sum bid, so we got just one price for the entire project. When we put it out for rebid, we're going to do a bid item list so we can look at a little bit more detail about what each component of the project is going to cost. One concern we have is that maybe some of the bids were incomplete, but it's hard to evaluate.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Director Rose.
So typically we don't do a bid item list where we don't break things down. We do a lump sum that we just say you fulfill what the RFPs.
We've done both.
Okay. By doing this, we didn't take any deposits from anyone, so there's no net cost. There's just a delay.
Yes, there's just a delay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, what's the time frame on kind of getting that repackaged to get out to them?
We can get it back out in the next week or two.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, go ahead, Director Andrade.
I'd like to move this item.
Okay, thank you.
Paul has any questions?
Director Hodges, did you have anything on this item?
No.
No.
I'll second.
All right, seconded by Director Hatcher. And yes, I know we all know the urgency of this project and the need to do that in a way that allows it to move forward. So I appreciate all of it. Yes, General Manager.
Well, this is definitely unfortunate. It's definitely a long way to project. It definitely got hung up in some permitting approvals and other stages through the process. The site has been gotten beat up for 3 or 4 years now. There's nothing perfect about this, but as the stewards of these public funds, we feel that it would be irresponsible to bid this, considering the number of protests. And we feel like our reputation in getting the right product, and when we're spending, you know, what, 10 or 12 or $14 million on this thing, we just wanted to get it right. So we appreciate your understanding in this particular matter.
Sure. Okay, and seeing no other comments or questions, we'll move to the vote. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And did everybody vote? What's the, okay. Oh, there it is. There we go. And the motion passes with 5 aye votes. Thank you very much. And with that, we will move on to other business. So we'll start with reports from the board. Director Hodges?
Not a whole bunch to say. I'm working hard to be back in 2 weeks.
That is important work, and we are glad to see you and hope you continue. Wish you good continued healing.
Thank you.
Yes, speedy recovery, as Director Andrade said. Director Andrade?
I had the pleasure of going to this CPRS Regional District 3 award ceremony where we got 2 awards, one for an after-school program at Weeks Park and the other for the Roots Center. And it was great because we were the only ones on this side of the bay that, well, I shouldn't say that. They got awards. I think so, yeah.
For the South, anyway.
Yeah. It seems like that's you know, the towns in the Walnut Creek area, they kind of really run the CPRS. It seems like it's a lot of talent in that area. I know we have 2 people that grew up or came from Walnut Creek, so it's really it's a rec center community. But anyway, we got the 2 awards, and I guess we'll have them up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, the awards get placed on there. The dilemma now is, do we add a couple more shelves for awards maybe on the other side, or do we rotate those out? And that was the conversation when we put the shelves up. Yes. Are they in the bottom of the shuttle box or something?
They're on the far left side, on the second shelf and third shelf.
Oh, and thanks to Nicole for organizing it and driving. She's great.
Anything else?
That's it.
And Secretary Rosen.
I was happy to go to the breakfast along with the rest of the directors here, to recognize the new employees. And thank you for, once again, Jim, I get amazed by how not only do you know everything about the district, but you know the employees and you build them all up, and you're very welcoming to all these people. I think acknowledging some of the things that people like and some of their interests, I think was really important, and I think it was great. And then I also went to a LAFCO vote. I was the representative for Alameda County for the LAFCO vote about, there were some.
I'm sorry, they put in the pinch hitter. Aren't you an alternate?
I am, and
Nice.
I was the designee to vote for on this, and there was very robust discussion about, there's been a lot of changes with LAFCO over the last couple of years. And so they had some policy changes and a few things that happened. And it was pretty interesting from the sausage making point of view to actually see what's going on behind the scenes of even more. And I can go into the specifics if you guys want, but I think the rational decisions were made. So it was good. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. Thank you. Vice President Hatcher.
Yeah, the new employee recognition, agreed. Jim, it was great for you to give such a kind of a detailed, the slides that you'd shown for the City of Hayward presentation, because I think that, we are so big that to actually have, I don't think people left at all. I think people just were really excited to kind of hear everything that's going on. And it's a good way to not only, represent the district, but I think the new employees are, kind of in a wow factor when they get hear it in that capacity, along with good food. And thanks HR for putting that on and putting that together. In regards to that presentation, I did have the extreme pleasure to sit in the chambers of the City of Hayward and watch the hard staff with our general manager present the over 60 slides to the City of Hayward in 29 minutes. And it just, again, we all know what this means, and to hear the mayor very clearly state that the Hayward Area Recreation and Park District is the park and rec provider for the City of Hayward. Now let's get busy. I think that it kind of puts things in a perspective to be able to finally, have that component, oiled and greased and unstuck and working well. And it's a good thing to see. And it was just a tremendous presentation, Jim. I think I've heard lots of your presentations. I know you're very modest in that, in what you do, but it hit home. The details, the answering the questions, fielding the questions from council was pretty powerful, and I think we all agreed it was a good night. I did attend the City of Hayward's infrastructure meeting. I've been going to that more often. They talked because of the tragedies that have happened in Hayward around the pedestrians. They talked about the loop, bike lanes, and some traffic studies that are going on. So they're looking in pretty good detail. They talked, the public comment was a lot about biking in Hayward. And so I think that, we're a huge player in really the, idea of, having a voice for bikeable, walkable, areas along with our trail systems that we're putting in, and to get more momentum with that. But I was just there listening for that one. I did was asked to just do a slight presentation at the San Lorenzo Unified School District's Health and Wellness Committee. Is established a couple years ago. I just, again, just talked a little bit and kind of pointed them to our staff, and actually had some of the staff cards up and their emails to if they had any further questions. But it's a pretty robust group of individuals. Some nonprofits come. The superintendent was there, so it was evolved around health and wellness, but it just has a variety of implications to the the school district and what's actually going on around that concept with them. So I plan on attending a little bit more in the future, and that's about it.
Okay, thank you. So yes, in addition to the items that my colleagues mentioned, also nice job with VIP at Twin Bridges, and the Foothill Trail conversation was really robust and intriguing. And the community quilt project was delightful. And yes, the new hire event, and congratulations again to everybody. Camp Create is a remarkable program and well deserving of the award. So cheers for the application for the actual program and all of the work to the team. Thank you very much for that. And of course, the Root Center and the collaboration and all of the things that make that space really remarkable. So cheers to the district for all of that. And I will pass it over to our general manager.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Directors and President Lamnin, Jim Zweiler, General Manager. Let me see, fill you in on some stuff. Today at 2:30 p.m. we had a meeting with Moody's and Feldman, our bond services, Reka, Megan, and Mr. Jack Tang from Bank of America to try to present to them a kind of like why you shouldn't change our rating, although I'm sure our rating will get changed because they've changed the criteria for ratings. And we have a meeting this week regarding the development of the pedestrian, bike, and potentially trails commission development. That meeting is with Tona Henninger from Supervisor Miley's office. They requested that myself, and they requested Director Rosen. I'm not sure why he got the request first. I got added in, and Michael C. Williams will be, well, you know, if we want more people to go, you can. I don't invite people. And then Michael C. Williams will also, because he's part of that, because he's part of that committee right now, we are going to have him come in because they want to go a commission. If you are aware, there has been rumblings that why are there public employees on a committee working in this area? And so there's a possible development of a commission. Budget entry closes today at noon. One-on-ones for review for leadership staff this week. Legislative call for CARPD Thursday morning. Coaching debrief for the supervisor coaching program with Drew Corbett and Karen McNamara. Have a discussion regarding the AV setups for the mobile board meetings Thursday to try to get back out in the field. And I think the last thing is Friday is National Staff Appreciation Day. And at 9 a.m., I believe there could be donuts here. The ASCD, that's a big thing for me. I'm a Comer. The ASCDA dinner is on 3/19. I believe you were sent that information, asked to respond. And then next Friday on 3/20, I will be at the CSDA Ledge Committee, or the CSD Ledge Committee in Sacramento. I think the last piece of good news, which will come up in some point as written correspondence, is that Mr. Ed Nuss, a longtime Hayward Area Senior Center user, passed away, and his estate left the Hayward Area Senior Center about $107,000 specifically for that building. So I'd like to thank and honor Mr. Ness for a moment, just to thank him for that. I guess it had a big impact. He volunteered. He was there a lot. And so pretty thrilled about that. With that, I will turn it over to my partner, Adrian Lee.
Hello, Adrian Lee Bird. That's okay. So this past weekend, we had a really wonderful Sensory Wonderland event at Weeks Community Center as well as Weeks Park. We had about 150 participants there, so that was really nice, with 13 different playstations on our mobile rec unit. Some upcoming events that will all be in a newsletter that I believe Nicole has already sent out. But on March 7th, this weekend, we're having a teen event on native plant identification. They'll meet in Ashland and then transport to a park and do a hike. On March 11th, we will be at the City of Hayward's birthday celebration. So that will be a fun, nice time. March 13th, our seniors will have a spring pop-up boutique. March 14th, we have a VIP at we have a mobile rec event at Stratford Village Park. On March 14th, we also have a VIP event at Castro Valley Park. March 21st, we have our Magic Lantern Arts Festival at Adobe Art Center. March 22nd, we have our Countdown to Summer event at Cherryland Community Center. March 27th, we have a geocaching event for teens. And the last thing I just wanted to mention is our spring summer camp registration this year. We did something a little bit new. We split up the registration date. They used to both be on the same day, where parents were kind of stressed out trying to get their kids into swim lessons and camps. It was actually an idea that came up from our CAC, and we split the date between a week time difference. And the staff really loved it because it split up kind of the pressure. It eased up the pressure on the system. I think parents were a little less stressed out. And our revenue actually went up by 8% for the first day. So all in all, it was a nice change and we didn't get any complaints about it. And it was a successful new thing we tried. So we'll be continuing
Because
that.
they're fine, I like. Cause I might want summer camp, I might need that spring class my kids been in, can't get in line in the waiting rooms for both quick enough, like. Yeah.
Great.
Great job.
Good evening again, Board. Megan Tiernan, Capital Planning and Development Director. We had this second community meeting for the Foothill Trail that will go from A Street to Grove Way on February 21st. It was very well attended. People seemed to be very excited about the new trail. We still have Mount Eden, the Hayward Plunge, Ashland East 14th, and Bay Trees under construction. Bay Trees, they believe the lower parking lot will be completely finished next week, and then they'll move on to complete the second parking lot. And that should wrap up early spring. There's a connection between the top and the bottom, but it's not technically ADA.
The rain's not slowing them down, right?
It did slow them down a little bit, but they're still making good time.
No updates tonight. At the next meeting, I'll have more to report on. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
I did want to thank Dwayne for being here again this week. He was out. Dwayne opted not to use 3 months of paternity all at once, but to spend some time bonding and then take breaks to give his wife breaks over the course of this. So I'm glad he's back this week. It's rough when he's not here, but I love hearing the baby stories. So.
I know my mic disappeared. My apologies. President Lamnin and the Honorable Board of Directors, the invite for the San Lorenzo Community Center long-awaited opening went out this last weekend, and we currently have over 50 people that have RSVP'd that they will be coming. That information has been shared both with Supervisor Tam's office and also with the San Lorenzo Homeowners Association, and they've added that to their calendars.
Best thing we've said today.
What that? Huh? Oh, we're gonna get snacks. We're gonna have a celebration, so it will be a fun desserty type option. So, we're looking for some fun celebratory. So we will be doing that, and then all the information that our director Adrian Lee Bird ran through today will be up here on your newsletter this week.
Nicole, does that go out to any like the sports teams that are actively and continuously using like the softball teams for San Lorenzo? Doesn't, no.
We can
No,
do that.
We typically post these events on Instagram, Facebook, and our webpage. We invite 160 people on our VIP list. Other community organizations, people who are users, we're happy to blast something out. Through Constant Contact has 30,000 users, and most of them in the emails from those participants. So I think so. I think so.
It will go out on Constant Contact too, also, and we will be doing a press release this week. So.
Only active net users in Constant Contact, right?
Yeah.
So Director Hatcher, if they sign up through the department, their email gets captured in ActiveNet and they become a Constant Contact, and we notify them of these events. 62,864, I was just told.
Right.
Park ahead.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
They'll show up. A lot of ice cream.
True.
D&D.
And perhaps dairy free. Okay. Everything. A little bit. Shave ice. Yeah, Kona. Nice.
Cookie stuff. We don't know. Told him I'd bring mochi or maybe some malasadas.
Nice. Nice. I love these plans. Yep. Sugar rush. All right. If we have no other business, we'll move to in honor of Staff Appreciation Week. I will appreciate our interpretation and of course all of our fabulous staff here at HARD. Thank you all. And I will move to our adjournment. So as we close tonight's meeting, we're pausing to honor the life and the legacy of Reverend Jesse Jackson. He was more than a faith leader. He was a steady voice of compassion, unity, and service throughout the many communities in which he worked. His work reached beyond his church into neighborhoods, schools, parks, and he believed true community where he believed true community was built. Though we mourn his passing, we are grateful for his example of kindness, faith in action, and leadership. His impact will continue in the lives he touched and the community he helped to strengthen. May we honor him by continuing to build inclusive, welcoming spaces where all can gather and thrive, carrying forward his spirit of unity and service. It's beautifully written. Thank you. And in honor of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, we are adjourned. Thank you. Oh, no, that's okay. That wasn't anything to, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Lopin.
Yes, Mr. Ness, I did mean to say him, but we'll do that. Yeah, can we adjourn a future meeting in honor of Mr. Ness? Thank you.